is our great pleasure and honor to have Professor Jungkai Chen and have interview today.
Thank you.
Let me briefly introduce Professor Jungkai Chen. Professor Jungkai Chen got PhD at UCLA under Professor Lazarsfeld. And he was quite famous when he was young about his fundamental work about quantitative characterization of abelian varieties with Professor Hekong. And after that, he came back to Taipei, and he made almost all important jobs in Math Society of Taipei and also NTU. And for example, he was president of Taiwanese Mathematical Society, and he was chair of your department, and also he was director of NCTS. And for us, very importantly, he is also chief professor in NTU for our exchanging program of professor each year. And he got several awards, and notably ICCM Silver Award, and also he was invited speaker of ICM 2018, I remember, yes. And there are several other important things. And his major subject is study of irregular varieties. This is from the beginning, yes, as far as I understand. And also explicit birational geometry and MMP in threefold. And also currently explicit study of Q-Fano threefold and threefold of general type, especially geography of threefold of general type. And he was elected as invited speaker of ICM by his monumental work of this one. And and we are very happy to have you as interview.
Yes.
Maybe.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And maybe we start for interview. And first question is, when did you decide to be mathematician, or when you are interested in mathematics?
Yes. Yeah. So I think it was about when I was in high school. So in high school, most of students, they are interested in engineering, or maybe they wanted to enter medical school. So at that time, I think I want to do something different. So I was interested in science, in basic science. And among all basic science, I considering that mathematics may be more suitable for me. So, and then I attended some math competition, which is something related, very similar to Math Olympiad. So I joined that kind of team, and I kind of enjoy solving problems in that training camp. So then I decided to choose mathematics as my major.
So. And then you enter NTU?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So then at that time the entrance exam is kind of national exams. All students are linear orders. So the student who got the best grade can enter the medical school and then engineering, and then I so even though I got a good score, but then I choose mathematics as my major.
That's quite fortunate for us. You choose mathematics. And how was your university time? You choose mathematics and study.
Yeah, but then when I enter the university, I think the mathematics in university is quite different from mathematics in high school. Yeah, so for the beginning year, I think it's quite challenging or maybe a little bit frustrating for me at the beginning. Because there are so many talented students in the same department, and So at a certain point, I might feel that it is really a good choice or not. But then after the second year or third year, I think I'm getting more involved in some more advanced study, and then I think I don't like it even better. So so then after the undergrad, then I apply for graduate study in the States.
And at the time, you already decided to study algebraic geometry?
Not really. So at that time, I decided to study something related to algebra. So probably number theory, this kind of algebra. So at that time, I do not know too much about algebraic geometry, because there are not so many algebraic geometers at that time in Taiwan. So so we have some professors working in algebra or some non-commutative algebra, or some professor working in geometry, but not really professor working in algebraic geometry. So at the beginning, I just thought that I'm going to do something related to number theory or algebraic number theory, so sort of say. But then after I entered UCLA, I took the course of my advisor, Robert Lazarsfeld, and then he was really an amazing lecturer, and then he can teach. He showed me the beauty of algebraic geometry, and I think this is a very wonderful subject. So I choose to work on algebraic geometry after I attended his course.
What kind of lecture he gave?
I think he
most impressive.
I think he basically teach them about the linear systems, and then line bundles, vector bundle, this kind of geometry. So basic algebraic geometry. I see. And then you decide to choose him as your advisor. Yes.
And after you choose Professor Lazarsfeld as your advisor, how was your PhD course? That is PhD course?
That's PhD.
How is your PhD course life?
I think the life in UCLA is quite interesting. So at that time, I think the group of algebraic geometry in UCLA is quite strong. So we have Lazarsfeld, we have Mark Green, and also Giesecke, David Giesecke, and Jun Lee was a postdoc there for. So there are many people there, and also many students there, and so it's a very very active place, and also, for example, we have there was a UCLA, Utah, and Chicago joint workshop every semester, something like this. So each time, for example, if there's a joint workshop in Utah, then people just fly to Utah, and then we might stay in somebody's living room or some couch. So I got to know Alessio Cotti and Yongnam Lee when I was graduate student, and and then we become a very good friends afterwards. So.
Very nice. How was seminar?
I think seminar is kind of there's a seminar some kind jointly with with some courses. So there's a course just course seminar and other than that, there are some other talks. So so yeah. So the course is kind of learning seminar, which is focused on certain topics decided by those professors at the beginning, and yeah, and other than that, there are some other HBA seminar and colloquium. So. Yeah.
What kind of book did you reading
during that period? Yeah. So at the beginning, maybe Hashim's book, and then Bovio's book on surfaces, and also Fulton's book on Tory varieties.
Fulton's book already appeared.
Yes. Yeah. So we also learn some Fulton, and also what else? And after that, then we just read some articles. So yeah.
And how did you choose your research topics and data also?
Yeah. So I think at the beginning the research topic was given by my advisor, that is Will. So yeah. So he suggested me to work on irregular varieties, and then he showed me the very beauty connection of the Fourier Mokai transforms. Yeah. So then we start to learn this kind of material, and yeah. But I would say that my PhD thesis I did not, from my point of view right now, I did not do that much. But then after I got my PhD, I went back to Taiwan, and then I tried to search for some new topic, new research area. And then there's once I went to the US and to attend some conference, and I met Christopher Haken there, and then we have some discussion about the possible research problem, and then we found that for the calculation, the problem that maybe we can try to work it out. So during a few months, then we have some idea already, but then we spend a lot more time to really work out the problems.
Yeah. You met quite early time in Haken, Professor Haken.
Yes, well, because we have lots of overlapping in UCLA. So I entered UCLA in the year '92, and Haken entered UCLA in '93. So and I got my PhD in '97, and he got his PhD in '98. So we are quite overlapping. Yeah. Yeah, so when we was in UCLA, we are quite close already. So.
Then after that, you also study explicit MMP and also the explicit birational bound of Q-Fano and
yes.
general type. This is slightly different, but how did you enter this?
Oh yeah, so I think this kind of topic is quite different from my original topic. So I still kind of remember that at that time the field did not encourage us to work on MMP because he think MMP was very hard at that time in late 90s. So, yeah, but then after I got back to Taiwan, and so I work on some irregular varieties and also especially higher dimensional irregular varieties, and I realized that the singularities is very important in the whole project. So I start to learn more about singularities and MMPs, and then at a certain point I started to collaborate with Menchen, and then Menchen have have some explicit experience in surfaces. So we are thinking that maybe we can start to work on 3-4s. And
I see.
Yeah.
All are quite successful and I see. And how about your future?
My future?
A future's plan? A secret?
I think I'm always interested in classification problems. I mean, this kind of interest has been dated back to when I was in UCLA. So I'm hoping that we can have a more structured theorem for varieties, and just like something maybe parallel to what we know about surfaces, and then we are hoping that maybe some similar structure or similar scheme can apply to high dimensional as well, and
we expect your success. And finally, we'd like to ask some advice for younger students in our department and in mathematics.
Could you? Yes. So I think in Tokyo University maybe there are many talented young students, and I would like to suggest that reading learning is quite different from doing research. I mean doing research, I think the most important part is try to find a good problem. That a good problem means that something very interesting, some other people will be interested in, and something that you can really work on it. And finding the good problem, good research problem is maybe probably the most important part. And the reason that it is very different from learning and reading is that if you reading something, then that's something already known already. Someone just discovered that already. So you just follow somebody's idea. But if you want to do research, then it's better to have your own idea of what you want to do and what's going to happen. Yeah.
And are there any hint to find a good problem? This is also for me.
I think it's difficult to answer. I think that maybe for me it's follow your own curiosity. I mean if you find something you're really curious and you want to devote yourself into this kind of problem for the next 3 years or 5 years, and probably that would be a good problem. Yeah.
5 years.
Yes, or maybe 10 years. I'm not so sure. It depends on
I see. So today, thank you very much for many interesting suggestions and fruitful suggestions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.